What's up there, King of Maniacs? Your boy King Allentown, back on the grind, looking fresh, feeling healthy. You know, I'm here playing the new A-Town Sluts album, Steal Your Drugs. Available at atownsluts.bandcamp.com. Been real busy making history. I haven't been able to drop a video since Music Fest, when I did that nice video about painting your pants. Got the gold on today, if you see them. Also, last video I got a few complaints about that WWE belts in my video. You know, people were saying, you know, as the top WXW superstar, what are you doing with that WWE belt up there? So, I want to clarify some things here, man. Besides the most asked question I get, you know, King Allentown the motion picture, what's up with that? You know, that's a real thing that's happening. I've explained it about 1,000 times. I don't really want to go any further into that. Then the obligatory, what does it take to be a legend? How are you a legend? You know what I mean? Simple answer to that is I'm just that damn good, buddy. So what I want to cover today is I want to talk about my pro wrestling career here. I want to get all the inconsistencies out of the picture, all the stuff you read on Wikipedia, you know, all the misinformation. I just want to clear it up. So we're going to start here. We're going to take it all the way back when I was back a little King Allentown, but still bigger than everyone else my age. And I went to the Great Allentown Fair, you know, the place I'm now banned from, not allowed in. And I went in there, I signed up for tag team wrestling. They used to have mud wrestling there. And I took on Baby Boom Boom and Kid Thunder, Kid Elephant. And so me and my tag team partner, Morgan Burkhart, we were in there getting it on, doing our thing, kicking ass. And then all of a sudden their mom, the elephant woman, came marching from the back. And at that point, I just jumped out of the ring and took off. And, you know, the whole crowd was booing me. But back then, just like now, I don't really give a fuck, man. I could care less what the crowd thinks. Because I know I am the shit. I know I'm the shit. I'm going to do the kind of things that someone who is the shit does. So I just took off. Everyone was booing me, telling me I sucked, whatever. No big deal. So flash forward a couple years and a couple thousand episodes of Monday Night Raw later, I'm at the Allentown Fair with Jim Emery. He's on my buddy list. If you want to look him up, if you're obsessed with me and you want to research me, you can actually go talk to him. He actually knows me. And he was our manager. Then Jesse Pickering, he was my tag team partner. And we got it on at the Mustard Wrestling at the Allentown Fair that year. And we were kicking ass. They told us, take it easy, don't go to the top rope. So, of course, I went to the top rope and dropped, you know, big king elbow. Boom, right to the dome. And, excuse me. We won that match. Then we were in the back. And we were toweling off and taking the hose, getting all the mustard off. And we went up to the chicks we were wrestling. We started, like, roping them, you know, rubbing them up a little bit. And the party came up and told us we were perverts and to get the hell out of there. So that was pretty much the end of that night. So fast forward, I'd say a year or two more, and I'm exponentially way more famous at this point. I'm at the Allentown Fair. I'm at WZZO Backyard Bands because in addition to being a pro wrestler, a fashion designer, a celebrity, a media personality, a hockey star, you know, I'm also a rock star. So I'm at WCW Backyard Bands, and I'm just laughing at the local bands, all the wannabes. And this guy, he's like, he starts giving us a hard time. At first he tries to be our buddy because he's, you know, we're famous, and he wants to be associated with us. And then he starts harassing us. He tells us he's the brother of one of the Nasty Boys or whatever. And I'm like, you know, who? And I didn't remember because they're irrelevant. The Nasty Boys are some fat guys who were tag team and wrestling way back in the 90s or whatever. Anyone relevant doesn't remember them, really. And so he kicked us out of there. And at this same Allentown Fair, this is when I was still allowed in, when I was a band, the Nasty Boys, they had a stand going where you could buy tickets for Hulk Hogan and Friends show that included them. And they were also attempting to sell autographs and pictures with themselves, even though no one knew who they were. So I went and stood in front of them, and all the King of Maniacs, Kingettes from the Valley, especially the Kingettes, they came running towards me, trying to pose with me and, you know, grab, you know, all of me and get autographs, shit like that. So the Nasty Boys, you know, they were hurt, dude, because no one knew who they were, but everyone knew who I was. So they went and bitched the Allentown Fair people, and this is pretty much set the ball in motion for me getting in there. The next day I came, the fair guys were on me like that, and they said there was a complaint about me, and that I was no longer allowed to, so static chill, that means just sit in one place and stand there, talk to underage women, or, what was the other thing? Or couldn't sell CDs and like give out flyers or whatever. So I was like, alright, I won't do anything. So I believe I went to the fair and nothing eventful happened from their end, but with me, something eventful is always happening because I make history. So I was walking through the fairgrounds afterwards. I see the Nasty Boys over at Stooges, two fat guys hobbling towards their car. And I was like, yo, let's do this. You know what I mean? We're off the fairgrounds. You got a problem. Let's handle this. And of course, they didn't want none because they know that I am the future of pro wrestling. And they are the past if they are anything. So that concludes that night. And I come back to the fair eventually and get thrown out for life, but that's a whole other story that I'll cover at some other time. So let me check the notes I got here. I got this on this A-Town Sluts flyer for this VIP show this Friday, VIP Tap Room, 841 Broadway, Bethlehem, PA. 8:30 lineup for autographs, 9 o'clock around then we will be playing. Let me take off these shades for a second to read this, make sure I'm not leaving anything up in the air. So yeah, anyway, that Nasty Boys show came. The Hulk Hogan and Friends tour came to the Allentown Fairgrounds after I had to run it with the Nasty Boys. And they had a segment where you get to ask questions. So I got up, I said, hey, Eazy-E, Eric Bischoff. I said, you think I could be the TNA X Division champion? He looked at me, he said, I don't think so, you're too big. And by too big, I think he meant size-wise and also popularity. So I guess he meant, you know, go to WWE, see if they'll take you. And I also got up, I told Hulk Hogan, I said, Hulkamania is the strongest force in my life. And he looked a little worried, brother, honestly. He didn't really want none of the King. Again, I think he sees me as the future of pro wrestling. And he's like the past, you know what I mean? That's pretty much how it is. So anyway, moving on, like I said, people were bitching, you know, I'm the top WXW superstar in the Valley, and I got these WWE belts all up in my videos, man. You know, people say I'm getting a little too commercial, but I don't know, man. You know, I just upgraded the studios. I got my Elite XT. I got my Skull Pouches, man, a pinch better. Well, these bad boys popping. I got an ice hockey tournament this weekend, and I gotta get my chew on, you know what I mean? I gotta practice chewing because at the rink, you know, the rink is run on flow. See that right there? It's a little flow. And it's also run on dip, man. Everyone's chewing, all the boys. So, yeah, I got this Elite XT here. This is the bomb when you're working out. You want to get big and flex, like Flexitron, King Allentown. I got this new Never Turtle shirt from Dangle Sauce. You can get this at danglesauce.com. This is my own chain and my own Sports Fest Ice Hockey Gold Medal. I don't know if you see that there. Swag City, I'm pretty much the mayor right now. Give you a little tour of the studio. I got the King Allentown motion picture. That's coming out. Like I said, it's real big. Got the belt. Got that. You know what I mean? We're good. Got the new song, A-Town Sluts, Steal Your Drugs, available on atownsluts.bandcamp.com. Okay. So, the WXW thing, that's a local wrestling organization. I mean, you probably heard more about me than them. But I'm like David Beckham, you know, I'm bigger than everything I do. I'm bigger than the hockey. I'm bigger than the music. I'm bigger than the wrestling. I'm just, you know, a larger-than-life media personality. You mean, I'm up there where people are down here, they're looking up, and they're like, that's what I want to be. And I'm actually up here, and I'm looking up at a whole other level that they can't even see, because I'm up there, living large, blocking the whole thing. But anyway, so WXW, I started showing up, you know what I mean? And they crowned me the WXW C4 AARP TV champion probably about 3 years or so ago, and I've never been challenged for it. I'm still the reigning WXW C4 AARP champion. And after that, I mean, as my popularity soared, I feel like WXW kind of like they don't want anything to do with me because I don't know. Maybe they're scared they'll have to pay me too much money or something. I mean, I'm the total package. I mean, Lex Luger, I don't know if you've seen him nowadays, but he's not the total package. King Allentown, the total package. You know what I mean? I got the mic skills, I got the look, I got the fan base, I got the moves. Long story short, total package. So anyway, I think they're a little threatened because none of their guys really have that going on, what I got going on, so they don't want to deal with me. So I'm basically just sitting at home right now waiting for a call from Vinnie Mac and the WWE so I can get that belt up over my shoulder and maybe take Triple H out on Monday Night Raw or something like that. Because you know damn well that the whole King Nation and Kingsylvania will go insane when they see the boy up on Monday Night Raw. So, I mean, I guess all you can do to help me out is maybe hit up WWE, tell them to sign me, hit up Maven Bentley, tell them to do some work with WXW, Samu and Noi, all those guys. And then I just want to finish this off with 8-Count Sluts Steal Your Drugs, available at 8countSluts.bandcamp.com. And this Friday, VIP, 841 Broadway, Bethlehem, PA, 8-Count Sluts Record Release Show, the real music fest, the relevant music fest. 8:30, line up for autographs. Women, figure out what you want me to sign. And 9 o'clock we'll probably be playing. And that's about it. I want to clear up in case there's any label whores out there. Yes, this is a Gucci. Indeed, this is a Gucci visor I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see the label right there. Gucci, you know, it's like everything the kid does is official. And after that, I'm going to leave you with Legend out.